What's up, everyone? This is SojuTalk, your weekly shot at K-pop. We're coming at you with a super spicy episode 166, and we're recording on November 22nd, 2021. I'm Doug, and joining me today, we got Warren.
Hey, what's up, everybody?
And Anita.
Hello.
And as a quick reminder, check out SojuTalk on your favorite podcast platform, sub to us on YouTube, and join the SojuTalk Discord and be a part of the nation. Not that many announcements this week. You know, it is Thanksgiving weekend. I guess maybe we should talk about Thanksgiving to some extent during State of the Nation, so we could probably do that.
Easing up thinking.
Yeah. So we are thankful to all of you. Yes.
Yes, we are.
Please spend
Same,
time
same.
with your family. If you can't be near them, send them an email, call them. They probably appreciate it. But we are now at part 1 of Soju Talk episode 166, and we're going to discuss 3 big new releases, choose a spicy song king, and hit you with the music show winners. All right. 3 songs this week. The first one on Monday. So, you know, last week we recorded on Sunday because I took a trip. So we missed this day, but it is included into this week's. So we have T-ara's Tiki, Taka. They are not technically a company from what I can tell. I think they left. Were they MBK?
They were at MBK, which was previously known as Core
And
Entertainment.
then they left that. But this song is in affiliation with Dingo, is what I've read.
Dingo Music.
They debuted back in 2009. Their last 3 songs was What's My Name, Te Amo, and So Crazy. So Crazy came out like 5 years ago, but it's included in their last songs. 25 music show wins over their career. Interesting song. All right. Not my favorite T-ara track, you know?
Okay.
I think there's good parts and there's bad parts. I think the good parts is everything outside of the chorus.
Okay.
Okay.
I think the bad part is the chorus.
Okay. You don't like the chorus? The whole triplet thing?
I don't like. Okay, at the beginning of this year, some people started to do these like baseline choruses, right?
Right,
Some people
yeah.
did it off of the top of my head. I know Woods did one. I don't remember who else. I just remember Woods doing one particularly in my head. But
are you talking about the one where it sounded like Boa's track from the end of last year as well?
tiny bit, yeah.
Okay,
So sort of like not the exact same thing, but in the realm. You know, we're doing like a bass drop type thing. Got some
Right.
bass going on.
Them
But this
groupings.
is similar in that vein. There are a lot of songs that have been doing this. It's just like I think it's a little overplayed at this point. And I think it just took away from a lot of the nice vocals and things we were getting in the verses before that happened.
I agree with that, but for some reason, even though I wasn't a fan of the chorus drop, it felt like it fit T-ara for some reason. I was like, yes, this makes sense with this group for some reason. I don't know why. I don't know. I guess maybe it was somehow reminiscent to some of their previous songs where I don't want to call it like a clubby type of beat.
No, they were doing clubby stuff for a while.
Right.
Yeah, we're doing clubby
Yeah.
stuff, Anita.
They did this here because I felt like, oh, this is something I either have heard from them already, like a while ago, or it's been done quite a bit and it fits them. And I was like, okay, this makes sense. I don't enjoy it all that much, but I can understand why.
There's a certain layer to this track where it feels like they were trying to bridge the K-pop sounds of the late 2000s and the early 2010s
Yeah.
and the modern sounds. And I think that's where you're getting this from, right? Because the verses feel like the whole like there's a melodic vocal singing, and there's like kick drums, boom, 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 boom. That's like a pattern we've seen with like After School around the era. T-ara's done it.
Yes.
A lot of the girl groups of that era have done it, and to a degree, I feel like maybe they're like playing homage to that a little bit because the producers behind this, which was Cold from Off and Off, or sorry, On Off,
On and off?
On and Off. Wait, is it On and Off?
Yeah.
On Off. The R&B vocalist Cold, as well as
yeah.
right, and then Minute, who's like an EDM producer / hip hop producer in Korea. They would be the age that have grown up with that music.
Wait, I don't know who you were actually referencing. I thought you meant On and Off the boy group.
No.
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 Okay.
The R&B vocalist, the main guy of Wavy. There's some other guy,
Yeah.
Cold with an E.
Yes.
So that guy exists. They are appropriately aged, where they probably grew up with T-ara's music, late 2000s, early 2010s K-pop, and I can kind of hear that here as well. And then if you go to the chorus, there's like a trancey, bum, 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 bum,
Yes.
bum, 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 you know, that whole like triplet thing. And then to a degree, it almost feels like they're in halftime from the verses, which are very much like pu chi ka chi pum pum pum, and that whole thing. And to a degree, you know, I feel like I'm, you know, saying the same thing over and over again whenever they do halftime choruses. But that's the whole vibe I'm getting, where it's like, oh, you know, you went halftime for no reason. Did it work out? Did it make sense? I don't know. I mean, you know, Cold's a great EDM producer. T-ara, to a degree, are very solid vocalists as well. But none of their talents, I feel like, really shined through with this kind of comeback track where, you know, it felt like they were bridging stuff together, and the bridge kind of fell apart. You know, just people just fell into the water.
The thing you
It's the
were
river.
trying to reference earlier was Off on Off, which is the indie duo.
Off
Right.
and off. Okay.
Yes.
When
that's
is my
what it
next album off and off? Please give me an album.
You know, regardless of the choices to do that chorus, if they're paying homages, the choreo felt really dated. Like,
Point choreography.
they were
kind
trying
of.
to do some point choreography, and like, I know y'all like we could justify it saying that back in the day, we didn't have the best dancers ever back then. You know, we were doing this point choreography. We didn't have to do anything crazy like they're doing now. But at the same time, some of this choreo was kind of bad. Like, there's one point where they go like,
Yeah.
like, you know, and I'm like, oh, what are we doing here? You know, you're right, Anita. That one was
saw it.
particularly bad, right?
There's also this one where they look like they're putting on gloves. You know what I'm
yeah.
talking about? They're like moving to the side, and they're like moving their arms like they're putting on gloves. I don't know. I thought like, okay, yeah, this is a little retro, to put it nicely, I guess. But I don't know. It was interesting because maybe it is on purpose.
Here's what it is.
Retro and dated are different things.
No, it's like it felt old, but it felt like they weren't trying to do that. You know what I mean? Like that's why it felt dated to me, not retro.
It didn't feel tastefully done. Yeah.
Purposefully.
Yeah.
Yeah, it just didn't really help out with that chorus package. That being said, the vocals were really good during the verses.
Oh, yeah.
I thought
That was
Yeah.
nice. I do feel like, to your point about choreo, the music video didn't really help either.
It's a bunch of glamour shots, essentially.
It was a lot of glamour shots. And it's not like I didn't feel like they cheaped out on like the sets and the filming equipment or anything. It's just something about it felt a little awkward. I'm not gonna lie. And I went in with kind of low expectations, given I know Dingo Music, they do a lot of media, but at the same time, they're not a music video professional group. You know, like they've done a lot of clips, a lot of videos, a lot of YouTube and Facebook and TikTok friendly media, but they're not a music video group, and maybe that's why. But I feel like, you know, something was, I don't know, it felt like I'm eating ramen without the MSG, you know, like, and that feels weird, you know. It's got the
I agree.
spice, but-
Something felt like 1% like, you know?
yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I don't know if it's the dingo factor. I don't know if it's because we haven't seen T-ara in a while. I don't know if it was because we got a song that sort of felt sort of retro-y but didn't, you know? Like, I think the whole combo, like, I was like, I'm happy T-ara's back. I was a fan of T-ara back in the day. And I'm like, okay, this music style sort of fits what they usually go for. But at the same time, I'm just like, it just doesn't feel perfectly put together, you know? I don't know. I can't put my finger directly on it, but I completely agree with the sentiment that you're stating.
I mean, at the end of the day, I'm glad to see they're back. It's been, I think, 4 years since their last thing. And at the very least, it sounds like, it feels like they've at least found a publisher that is able to put them together and release their music, which is Make Us, which is also the company behind Zingo. So that kind of makes sense. I know they're far apart from each other, but, you know, maybe they can kind of combine forces and, you know, do more stuff. If it makes sense, obviously. For now, I hope it does work out.
Yo, you know what's crazy? Jiyeon is still only 28.
Wait, really?
What?
I'm looking it up. She's born 1993.
Dang.
Dang.
God.
Oh my
God.
god. I feel like she's been around forever.
Is she the current youngest of T-ara? She has to be, right?
Because Cutie's 34.
That sounds more appropriate.
The rest of them are like 32 in Jung
I
Hyun.
think.
And that's like international age. So like Cutie's like 35 Korean age probably.
I know
Man.
a lot of members have left T-ara, but I feel like my favorite members are still around. So
I kind of agree with you. No, I
Yeah.
100% agree with you when I'm thinking
Yeah.
about it. This is the, like, you know how sometimes Warren and I have these conversations where you have to boil down a group into the essential parts. We're pretty close here. No, right? Like, everyone's, yeah.
I mean, I remember growing up, like, you know, like I think I was in middle school, like maybe 5th or 6th grade, you know, elementary school or something. And all my friends, we were like, oh yeah, Hyobin. Oh yeah, Eunjung. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, Jiyeon. That was the boiled down group. No, 100%. 100%. I agree with that. All right. That was the T-ara song Tiki Taka. Let's move to another group that also had a song called Tiki Taka.
They
In the
did.
past, we have Weki Meki with Siesta. They are from Fantagio. Debut 2017. Last 3 songs were Cool, Oopsie, Dazzle, Dazzle. Okay. Our Discord likes this song.
They do.
Your boy likes this song because this gives off sort of like a Eyes One ish vibes to me, sort of that electronica pop thing that Doug likes, you know, the typical girl group electronica sound, sort of like a Cosmic Girl, not completely Cosmic Girl, Eyes One, in that, you know, that whole realm of songs, right? Some of the G-Friend stuff hits that area too. I like this song. I don't think it's fantastic, but you know, it's fun. It has that electronica thing. I'm just happy Weki Meki has music, you know, similarly to T-ara, because it's been a while. That being said, if you're gonna follow up Cool, which was almost on my like top 5 songs of last year,
It's a cool song. Yeah.
I don't think this hits that point, you know. Hello, one of you called.
I'm gonna go last, Anita. Please speak.
Oh. I'm a little lukewarm about this one. I think in general, how should I say it? I like this sound. And I feel like it's okay of a follow-up. I don't think it's a great follow-up as a comeback, but it's not bad. I like Doug mentioned, I like this genre a little bit more upbeat, electronic. It did have a sense of a more summery vibe for some reason. I don't know if it's the music video and in general. Yeah, like the beat just sounded a little bit for warmer weather.
It sounded seasonally a little off.
I mean, maybe it's not terrible, right? And to me, the thing that kind of like just takes me out of it a little bit was the usage of the word siesta. And it was odd. It's odd to me. I don't want to say like it's terrible, but it's odd to me because in the lyrics of the song, they're basically saying that this person who they are talking about, right, is their siesta, right? Which basically translates to nap. You are my nap.
What's wrong with saying you are my nap?
I don't know. It just sounds so odd to me where like in Spanish, because it's a Spanish word, right? You would not, it wouldn't make sense. It doesn't make sense to call somebody siesta. So I feel like that kind of takes me out of it a little bit. And I also feel like
I heard his sister angry about it in the background too, so clearly.
Yeah, I don't know. It's not like a deal breaker, of course, but if you're Spanish speakers out there, like, do you agree? Like, are you? I don't know. It's odd to me.
I will have you know, Doug, you are my nap. I will nap and you are me. Thank you.
Okay.
It's so odd. It's an odd phrase.
So it's to the point where, because you're a Spanish speaker, a native Spanish speaker, and you hear this word usage, and you're like, can't overlook that, you know? Like, does it bother you?
It's not like I feel like, oh my gosh, why did they do this? It's more like I think about it and I'm like, it doesn't make sense. Like, it bothers me a little bit. But if I really don't think about it, it's like, it's okay. It fits. The song is fine.
Can I make a funny aside about word usage in K-pop that happened this week? The SF9 song Trauma, which we are not covering this week, it came out. It lost in the polls, but there is one part of this song. Let me look up the lyric he was trying to say. It comes off so funny. He's trying to say he's the male version of Venus, right?
What?
Oh, I know who said that.
I'm a male Venus.
Male version of Venus, the the god
rapper.
Venus, right?
Yeah, the
Okay.
rapper.
It comes off sounding, because of the way you pronounce V's in Korean, it comes off sounding like I'm the male version penis. Like, no
That's
cap.
unfortunate.
Like I saw, I was not paying attention. I was doing other things. I was playing the music video. He said, I'm like, wait, what? I had to go watch it a couple times. I think it's at like 139 in the music video.
Man,
Go
that's
watch
very
that.
specific.
And it's like you're not gonna be able to unhear it. So that is some bad
Dang.
English usage in the song. Yeah, highly suggest you go try that one out though. It's kind of funny. Going back to Weki Meki Siesta, Warren, how do you feel about the word usage and the whole song in general?
I mean, I do agree with Anita generally as well. Over here, I'm less bothered by siesta. I am not a Spanish speaker. I don't think there's anything wrong with calling people nap. I don't have a problem with that. What I did find the kind of discerning with this is that it feels very, for the lack of a better word, it feels very generic. It feels like another K-pop girl group type beat you find on YouTube. Not really on YouTube. That's just a saying that people say. It feels like a lot of groups have already, Weki Meki included, a lot of groups have already explored this sound. And we're seeing a lot of the same formulas, same arrangement, same song progression, similar chord progressions. A lot of things that work. Everyone knows they work, and they all kind of shove them in together. And this is the song came out. Which, to a degree, I think that's fine. I don't think there's a huge issue with that. But at the same time, it feels cookie cutter, to the point where it's almost lifeless. It does feel like the producer was kind of trying to think about, lazy ways to kind of get around, points where the song could have been a little more unique, like the transitions, the lyrics. I remember at a certain point, from the second chorus to the bridge, there was an abrupt stop, and he just went into the bridge. And I was thinking to myself, that is kind of the most laziest transition we've seen in a while. Where everyone knows there could have been a lot of interesting things that could have been done there. A lot of interesting effects maybe, or a whole bridge section, or a whole dance break. I don't know, something. And that's just one example. The main chorus, the melody goes up, ba 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 ba. That thing, I don't know. It's something that works. It is something that works. I'm not gonna say it's a bad chorus, but at the same time, we've heard that many times, and there's nothing wrong with doing something that everyone's done already, but at the same time, you're not taking any risks. I'm not sure what's special about this song to me personally. And if it comes on a playlist with songs like Butterfly by Cosmic Girls, or Fiesta by Eyes One, and all of these other tracks, I'm not gonna complain. I'm gonna keep dancing. I'm gonna continue having a good time. But at the same time, if I want songs like these, I have other alternatives that I've already accustomed myself to that I'm gonna go look for instead of this track. That's my current issue with the track, and that to me is a bit of a red flag. I'm waving my little flag here.
It's not great. As a comeback.
Right. Because here's the thing, it's not like Weki Meki's getting a lot of comebacks either.
No, it's been over a year.
It's been over a year. They had plenty of time to prepare.
Why couldn't they have just kept it on the cool line? Because that cool song was amazing, all right?
It was so nice.
That was such a cool
great.
song. High fashion vibes. They were kind of taking
Yes.
over the throne from a Pink or T-ara, that kind of vibes that they were going for. It was good. We were down for it. It was powerful. And then we do this one. It's like, this kind of feels like the song that you released as a B-side after the album was released in July, and you released this at the end of August. It does, right?
It makes sense.
End of the summer kind of festival kind of track.
That being said, I do like the song. I'm just saying it does feel seasonally bad. I get what they're saying. I'm just really accustomed and gonna like these type of songs.
I feel like if you like this kind of song, you're gonna like this kind of song. If you don't like this kind of music, you're not gonna like this kind of music. I think that's really where the conversation ends.
All right.
I don't see that much personally.
Let's move to the third one. Monsta X's Rush Hour. They are from Starship. Debut 2015. Last 3 songs were Kiss or Death, Gambler, Love Killer. 15 music show wins so far for them. Interesting, guys.
Interesting.
Okay.
Interesting.
I don't know if this is my favorite Monsta X song ever, but I will say I think it's better than a lot of the stuff they've released over the past couple years.
Oh.
Past couple years.
Okay. I don't want to be the one to say it, but I think that Monsta X has kind of fallen off in terms of conversation of general K-pop fans. I'm not saying if you're a Monsta X fan, I'm sure you're still into them. You dig in their content.
Yeah.
But our Discord has fans who like all different groups. Monsta X consistently has very low conversation numbers about them, or people just talking about Monsta X in the past year. I'm gonna say it, and it just feels like that, right? A little bit.
I don't disagree.
It feels like people now talk about like TXT and Hypin, BTS, 17, those type of groups, right? I don't know where Monsta X fits in the boy group scheme, but that's more of a second half of this song review discussion.
Let's talk about the song first, because I feel like maybe I'm hoping this could be like a second pivot for their career, right? Like 7 years into their debut, right? Clearly, they're at a point where they could continue on, or they could kind of go their own separate ways. I hope they continue together after listening to this track, personally speaking. I don't know. Like, people don't seem hype about this track. I think this song is great. I don't really have much to complain about here.
Nice.
There's like to borrow Doug's wording. It's like a kimchi western trap hip hop sound. Yeah. It's in the visuals too, and then there's like the whole whistly chorus. That's all really cool. I think the sound design in the verse is really, really nice. There's like a very guitar thing going on throughout the whole thing, and I'm like, okay, I'm hype. Then you have Joohun's rap, which is going downward, da 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 la 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 la, and I'm like, okay, that I don't know. Something about that feels almost unrefined and raw, and you don't really get that often with K-pop groups this old or young. You don't really get that often with K-pop groups. Just raw energy, like a lot of it is like artificial or very well planned out. I don't know. For some reason, I was convinced. I was like, okay, Joohun's angry. We're all angry now. We're all in the rush hour. Drive. I was getting that, and I was looking at the credit list. And he is the main lyric writer. Lad is the main songwriter.
Yeah. He was feeling the song.
Arranger. Dude, he. Oh my God, Joohun apparently has a lot more to show off. It ain't over for him, guys.
No, of course not.
No. I will admit. I think the mixing could have had a little help. I think at some points the voices weren't very crisp, and then the chord layering in the main chorus felt a little muffled, just a little bit. But at the same time, we got some nice auto-tune bridges. That was really dope. Overall, I can't really complain. I didn't like the part where they go, "Get down, hoo." That's what I wrote. I forget how the song goes, but the lyrics were, "Get down, hoo."
Oh.
It's
not
the
who. It's like
not who as in who is that? Like it's like get down, who.
There you go.
Oh yeah. I remember them doing that.
Right, it's at the end of the choruses, and I feel like that was unnecessary, to be honest.
Okay.
I feel like the song could have lived without it. But honestly, I'm not complaining. This song is great. You guys are sleeping. You guys are nap. You guys are my nap. You guys are sleeping, napping.
So you're saying people are now sleeping on Monsta X now?
People are sleeping on Monsta X. This song is great.
Tell
me why this song isn't great.
Well, I feel like people will say that it's another just one of the Monsta X hype songs. That's the common argument. I can see that argument, and I do think that Joohun feels the need to hard carry even harder than he's done in the past. I've seen that other people saying like he's literally like the whole song, which to be fair, he's a significant portion of the song, right?
Yeah,
and he does have the hypest parts, I would say.
To be frank, because the counter arguments for that argument has typically been Shunu and then IM, where I feel like Shunu really has zero to little presence in this track. I don't know. Although I will admit, his abs have a lot of presence wherever he goes. But he himself does not, very sadly. I am, on the other hand, for all I will say. Does that make sense? For all I will say. For all I look, he's a great rapper. He's a beyond average rapper for a K-pop idol. However, because he is next to this angry little man, this guy over here, then because of that, you can't really tell how good this guy is because he's overshadowed a little bit. I am's not that bad, guys. Give him a little credit.
I mean, I kind of agree with that. Where even on the first listen, right, on the first watch of the music video, I kind of noticed that Jooheon was kind of performing in a way that I thought, I don't want to say overshadowed the rest of the members, but it felt like if he fit the song very well, and now it makes sense if he was part of the production as well. But I don't know. I feel like with Monsta X, each of the members has a very, I don't know if it's unique, but a very distinct way of performing. Where like I don't think all of them carry the same style of performance. And I feel like in past songs, I feel like songs kind of complemented them better a little bit.
Okay.
Whereas in this one, I feel like it does kind of fit certain members a little bit more. Overall, I like the sound because I like the more hype, the more, I guess, kind of aggressive sound the Monsta X can pull off, which I don't think a lot of groups do nowadays. So I like them going back to this. I just feel like there's some parts where I'm like, I don't think if it suited everyone. And I don't know if that can hurt the members, especially if their lineup right now is not what they started off with. Like they're missing people. So I don't know. It's not bad. I like this. I like where this is going. I just wish it would fit everyone as well.
I think that's fair. I think that's I think that's homework for Jooheon
Right.
to figure out. If he wants to continue producing for his own group, he needs to figure out how to write for his own group. And the guy's been writing for his own group a couple times. Gambler was mainly written by him. I'm looking at Love Killa, which was he was supporting producer. And you know, we didn't really say good things about Gambler, let's be honest. So I'm gonna go ahead and say this is something that I hope he works on, and is able to resolve given the time limit they're running against right now. I'm not sure when their contract ends.
I'm going to bet money he's sticking around in Starship. I can't say the same for everyone else.
I agree as well with that, personally speaking.
I mean, Starship's in a bit of a transitional period right now. You have the IVE group debuting soon. In like a week or so.
That's true.
That's really, IVE is probably more hyped than Kepler is at the moment, I'm going to say.
Ooh.
That might be a hot take.
Really?
Let's talk about that later in like State of the Nation or something.
Okay.
I want to talk about that. But like, Starship's in an interesting spot. We'll have to see what Monsta X does. I think they were heavily, their momentum got heavily stunned by COVID and not being able to tour in America because they were making a humongous Western push. They consistently release things in English, but they haven't been able to physically be in America and in other Western countries. So we'll have to see what happens because maybe they just delay that until now and then they make the Western push even harder to continue, like while they can physically go there now. All right. Other songs released this week, not that many. Elast released Tulai, Haseong-eun released Electrified, and then SF9 released Trauma. I might have trauma from that one line though, male version of penis. But we're at Spice King now. Last week on the Soju chart, episode 165, Twice a Scientist picked up its first crown. Second place was One Us' Luna. Third place was Billy's Ring X Ring. New candidates are T-ara's Taka, Weki Meki, Siesta, Monsta X's Rush Hour. My chart has changed during this podcast.
Okay.
I adjusted it. First place though, I'm going to keep Twice with Scientist.
Okay.
That's a little vanilla.
Right.
Okay. Fair.
Second place, I can't believe I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna put Billy in second place.
What?
What happened to you?
I've been listening to it, and it's the same thing that happened with the aespa songs.
Really?
where it's so bad initially for me, and over time I listened to it more, and I started putting like, oh, it's kind of interesting, you know?
Guys, it's not that bad. It's not that bad. I'm
Third
telling
place
y'all.
though. This song was initially number 1, but I moved it to third. It's Weki Meki Siesta. I had it in first at
Oh.
one point.
Wait,
Yeah.
so
Expected it there.
did everything push up one, or did you swap one out for the
Weki
third place?
Meki kept going down.
Ah.
Okay.
Weki Meki started 1, Twice was 2, and Billy was 3, but I was thinking about it and I've moved Weki Meki down to third. Pushed
Okay.
everything else up.
All right, that's fair. I feel bad for the Weki Meki fans. But
Anita.
it's okay.
Anita, what is your chart?
Naida.
My chart is not very fun. It's not very interesting because I have the same 3 songs as last week. Number 1, Twice. Number
Okay.
2, So Me. And number 3, One Us. I don't know. I feel like the songs this week
So
were something, right? They were interesting, but not to the point where I would consider taking somebody out from the chart that I currently have. Not to say that they're bad. It's just that I don't think it was drastic enough to consider
So
switching.
you were saying it's bad, is what you're saying?
No, not bad. It's just lineup wise, it didn't work out.
So it's not good. Therefore, it's bad.
Well, yeah.
All right. Dang. Okay. That's a bit of a shocker.
Really?
I mean, yeah. I mean, look, I wasn't very excited about this week's tracks, but at the same time, I feel like those songs you mentioned have been on the chart for a bit. Like,
they have.
like I'm
Except for
assuming you're
Twice.
talking about XOXO and not Dum Dum.
Yes.
Okay. I don't know. They're both kind of old now. Just, you know. Okay. Look. Okay. Well, Soulmate's not on my chart. One Us isn't on my chart.
Right.
Savage by Espa, though.
Are you kidding? No.
You're
think-
calling me out for
Are you
swimming.
kidding?
It's one of my favorite songs of the year, but it's not on my chart. This week.
Okay.
Okay,
Jesus
okay.
Christ.
Please listen to the end of the sentence before becoming angry. Oh, no, I was baiting you guys. It's honestly, I had a good run with it. But it stayed on way longer than I anticipated it to, given the last couple weeks of music have been a little lackluster for me. But hey, you know, I've been kind of excited with this, with some of the music this week, and you know, one of the biggest examples of that is Monsta X.
Oh yeah, you
Um,
do like this.
I do like the track, and I feel like I'm in an incredible minority with liking the track. But so was I with Billy, and I'm doing it again. Rush Hour is one of their better songs in their 6-year run for Monsta X, and I think it's my favorite song of the week. Therefore, it's on first on my chart.
Whoa.
Whoa.
I like that.
Yeah,
Good.
bold, spicy takes only. No sarcasm. Yeah. Let me make another spicy take. Billy's on second this week for me. Ring X Ring. You know, I think it does a lot of things well. I think it fails to do a lot, but I think I really want to applaud all the points where they wanted to do something different. And you know, the more I listen to it, the more I like the mix, even though it's kind of shit.
It's odd.
It's bad at a certain point, and that's what I like about it. That's what I like.
Okay.
On third, I'm putting Scientist by Twice.
Wow. Okay.
I find myself going to the B-sides more than the title track, to be honest. But hey, you know, it's still a decent track. I still like it than more of the other tracks we've talked about this week.
All right.
Yeah,
Interesting chart.
Twice. Yeah.
The Gochu Gang. Weki Meki, first place.
Wow.
Wow.
Not by a lot, but it did get first place, Siesta. Second place, they put Twice's Scientist. And in third place, they put Billy's Ring X Ring.
Wait, Monsta X didn't even make it to the charts.
No, it didn't.
You guys are sleeping like Sleeping
So,
Beauty.
as a result, this week, Twice's Scientist with 14 points will pick up its second crown. Second place is going to be Billy's Ring X Ring with 7.
Wow.
And in third place is Weki Meki Siesta with 6. So that is the
Wow.
Soju chart this week. Finally, though, we're at show winners. Anita, hit us with them.
Yes. So we have IU with Strawberry Moon picking up wins on Show Music Core and Inkigayo. So congrats to her. And then Twice, first win on Music Bank with Scientist. And then Won Us with Luna on Show Champion. So congrats to them.
Boom.
Nice.
But we're now at the end of part 1 of Soju Talk episode 166. We'll be back after a short break. 3, 2, 1.
Hello, SojuTalk Nation. This is Anita here with a quick PSA. If you would like to support SojuTalk K-pop podcast, please like, subscribe, or follow us on whatever platform you're using. And consider joining our Patreon at patreon.com/SojuTalk or donating to us at paypal.me/SojuTalk. On behalf of the crew and myself, thank you. Now back to our regularly scheduled episode.
We are back at it with part 2 of Soju Talk episode 166. We're going to discuss some recent K-pop news and events and give you the state of the nation. All right. First thing, BTS wins Artist of the Year at the 2021 American Music Awards, also known as the AMAs.
Oh.
BTS were nominated alongside Ariana Grande, Drake, Olivia Rodrigo, Taylor Swift, and The Weeknd. The group also collected awards for Favorite Pop Duo or Group and Favorite Pop Song for Butter.
Oh.
This is significant. AMAs are probably like a top 3 to 5 music award show in the US every year. Grammys is number 1, obviously. And then this is probably the tier right below that is AMAs. It's very notable. It's crazy that they won. They did the stage with Coldplay. I saw that. They performed with them.
Nice.
A lot of the other celebrities there wanted to meet BTS because they were there in person. It's the first time that's happened in a while.
Of course.
Pretty milestone achievement, right?
Yeah.
Pretty wild.
It's pretty wild. So for context, AMAs, from what I read, the nominations and the winners, it's fan influenced. I don't know if there is also a panel of experts, but I know that fans do have a significant part in getting the nominations and the winner there, which makes a lot of sense then. That's not to take away from their win because a win is a win, regardless of the way it is. So shout out to BTS, breaking new barriers again.
Congratulations. Oh my God. Yeah. The Artist of the Year is like the main thing.
Yeah, we talked about it, and we thought that the only people you could potentially maybe give it to this year was Drake and Olivia Rodrigo, maybe. I think that was the discussion we had. I think for me, I was looking at this list, I'm like, well, it's gonna probably go to Rodrigo or BTS, at least in my mind. I thought, but BTS came away with it. Interesting,
right? Because I feel like if you look at the list of people, I feel like Ariana Grande is on it because she's Ariana Grande. The Weeknd is there from as the leftover from last year.
Swift is always on there.
Swift, I think Swift had a really solid year actually with her new music, but at the same time, she had a very weak impact on the general public as far as I can tell. Not that I pay that much attention to American pop music to begin with, but hey, as far as I can tell, that's what it got. Drake had a pretty big impact with CLB as well as Olivia Rodrigo with her album. But I guess I'm not
too shocked, to be honest.
No, if you look at the list, BTS is probably the best to get here if you were to pick an Artist of the Year. Like, they had a pretty solid set of comebacks.
So you think about it, Butter, Permission to Dance, and the thing with Coldplay, right? Is essentially their English lineup this year.
And they also had the McDonald's collab, which was pretty impactful on the the public media, and I think the only arguments you can make against BTS and their Artist of the Year argument would be that they don't have an album this year. They had a couple singles and that was it. But at the same time, they had such a strong momentum and public impact, pop impact. Where I feel like it's arguing, they don't have an album, so they don't no Artist of the Year. I think that's kind of a dumb take, to be honest. Even though I'm an album lover, just saying,
Good for them.
Yeah. Okay, that's all Anita has to say. Additionally, BTS's Butter has been selected as Record of the Year by Variety's editorial team, and they will be honored at Variety Hitmakers Brunch event on December 4th.
Nice. Record of the Year.
Yeah, I don't know. Apparently they could give it to a single, but I did not know that previously.
I'm assuming record of the year goes to like physical. This is about physical records or like?
I don't know, dude. I don't know what Variety's giving out.
Okay, I'm
So
sorry.
interesting. Variety's
Okay.
magazine, but
Are you looking it up? Should I wait or no?
I'm looking at their press release. The song Butter blasted out to the world in May, becoming a record-smashing single for BTS. The writers and producers, including multi-hyphenate creative executives, Jenna.
Are you really going to read out the whole article?
Dude, I was almost done with it actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Alright.
Well, you stopped me, so I'm gonna stop there. They won the award because they did a really good job of making a song. And I think that's
yeah.
pretty fair. Yeah.
All right. Let's move to more of a K-pop sphere. Anita, hit us with it.
Yes, so Mama 2021 will be held in person this year in compliance with government COVID rules. And Ed Sheeran has been announced to be making an appearance, although it was not reported if this will be virtual or in person. Very interesting.
Okay.
Other stages will include 101, Street Woman Fighter, and a fourth gen representative idol collab stage. Wondering more details on that, but very, very interesting.
Yeah, okay. You know, out of all, let's say Ed Sheeran, Mono One, Street Woman Fighter, 4th Gen Representative Idol collab stage, Korea is probably most excited for the Street Woman Fighter stage.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
I don't think people realize how massive those girls are right now. They are the it thing this year. If Trot was last year, Street Woman Fighter is this year's big thing.
Yep.
It's the biggest meme of the year. Get on the meme train,
Yeah,
boys.
like they're on Running Man, An and Hyungnim, like everything. They're all over the place right now. 101, you know, I think people are like, that's exciting. K-pop's cool. And then finally, 4th Gen Representative Idol collab stage. I'm assuming it's going to be groups such as like ITZY, aespa, like that age group. I think that's what they're qualifying as group
aespa?
fours. If I had to guess, I don't know who's gonna be involved in it. Maybe we'll get some Stacy, Weekly, these type of groups.
Yes.
The girl group.
I would love to see that.
And Hypin TXT, you know, that's what I would
Please.
assume so.
You haven't gone
Anita's
those
really
now.
excited now. She's just saying random one word things right now.
I mean, to be
yeah,
honest, I
please.
feel like it is. You kind of do miss when groups of like the same generation do like collab stages, especially for these special events. Because I don't know, it looks really interesting, and you don't have a ton of interactions between groups nowadays. So I don't know. I think it's nice.
Do them. Put them on the stage together. Dance
Ed
together. Sing
Sheeran
together.
thing.
Do it.
I doubt he's gonna be in person.
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, you know what they should have done is they should have held Mama 2021 in the metaverse, and you know, when everyone's in the metaverse, they can all be there together. So
I mean, your internet connection's been a bit in the metaverse this episode too. Like you've been a little robotic at times today, sir. But Anita, yes, Anita, there's other Ed Sheeran news.
Yes.
What else is happening?
Yes. So Ed Sheeran will also be releasing a collaboration track with Sunmi and Jessie on November 24th. And the audio / behind the scenes teaser came out today. And it looks like it's going to be a remake of Shivers, which is his song from about 3 months ago, September, I think, when it came out. So very interesting.
So what I'm going to guess is they're remaking Shivers, and that's the thing they're going to do at Mama, and then maybe he'll perform one of his own songs by himself.
That would make sense.
That would make the most
Yeah.
sense to me, right?
Okay, so this is more like a remix, if anything.
It's a
right?
remix. It's a remix,
Yeah.
but they are hyping it up like it's a big thing. It is a big thing. Ed Sheeran's been the bit in the K-pop game this year. Permission to Dance. He was on the production team for that, and now this. His management is smart, I believe, so they know what they're doing here.
Yeah.
Finally, Warren's gonna give us the business news today.
So we got CJ which they've been reported to acquire 80% of Endeavor Content, which is a U.S. studio company, including the management rights, for $775 million US. They were founded Endeavor Content was founded in 2017, and they are a large global studio that produces and distributes movies, TV, streaming broadcasts, and as well as other content. So we're gonna apparently see them establishing a global production base in the United States. Apparently,
So it seems like CJ, from what I can tell, they more or less bought a distribution stream in the US because they didn't have one So instead of hiring or paying other people to distribute for them, they're like, we're gonna do it ourselves. So they bought a company to do that. That's what this reads to me. Makes sense if that's their goals. I don't know if it's gonna in the long run be worth $775 million, but at the same time, I guess they have that kind of money to throw around. And we're gonna talk about. Warren's gonna read one more thing where they're gonna spend even more money, and this one's being close to sealed.
Well, you know what Endeavor does own? They own the rights to Ultimate Fighting Championship.
UFC.
You know,
Oh.
UFC.
Okay.
So maybe we're gonna see some K-pop UFC anytime.
Yo, at the Chuseok. Could you imagine Data? Could you imagine Data White comes out for a K-pop thing? Like, oh my god.
Alright, so it was also reported this week that CJ&M's deal to acquire all of Lee Soo-man's shares in SM Entertainment, which is 18.5% of that company, is moving closer and closer to completion, apparently.
Really?
So yeah, they're just waiting for a press release. Apparently, it's agreed upon. So they're gonna buy his shares, become the largest shareholder. They're gonna keep him on board as a creative force in the company. But dude is getting like $700 million there, or $600 million or something.
Oh my goodness.
And I think their method with that one is they're going to make the profits, but they're going to keep it status quo, is what it seems like for SM, because they're not going to ruin something that's clearly working. CJ is making so many moves, and I think that it is largely in response to the hype moves that have been made as of late, if I had to guess.
I do feel like, to a degree, I know hype fans are gonna be very angry when I say this, but I feel like CJ is the biggest company in K-pop.
Okay.
Yeah.
Not
it
because
makes
of their
sense.
size or budgeting or whatever. I feel like they just have like such a solid grasp on so many parts of K-pop at the moment.
They touch a lot of things. Yes.
Right.
Hey, they touch food too, like
Exactly.
BB Go,
Everything.
Their
yeah.
network is ridiculous at this point.
Like CJ, here's the thing. CJ is one of the traditional conglomerates of Korea. They are the 10th biggest company in Korea, period. Behind Shinsegae, Hyundai, GS, Lotte, Samsung, that whole deal. CJ obviously touches upon, they include food, but they also do stuff like makeup. They also do like Olive Young, which is like, actually that's
That
then
is
they
super
have like
cool.
a
Makeup
whole
store.
they do fashion, they do everything cultural. And they've taken their grasp of the music industry in Korea and shifted a large portion of it into utilizing it for K-pop. And this whole transition period has been so smooth. It's a little scary for me. It's a little scary.
So we also have to
Unawares.
think, we know that Big Hit or Hybe is their competitor, but at the same time, the two of them are closer than any other two giant entertainment companies
Which is why it's
because
a little scary.
because the two of them together can essentially control like 80% of the market if they want at a certain point. So
And I'm sure if you're like a traditional Hybe fan or a CJ fan, are there CJ fans out there?
No.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Look, I feel like if you like these companies, I'm sure you'd be very excited about that. But we as consumers, we as people at the other end of the spectrum, we want healthy competition.
Right.
We want companies and people to compete with each other as much as possible. And I feel like this is like we're leaning into monopoly a little bit.
because you got to think, so Hybe pretty much is friends now with YG, right?
Right.
So that is Hybe, YG, what is it? Pledis is under them now. Source is under them now. So that's the thing. They're really good friends now with CJ, who's gonna buy SM, who has some labels under their thing already. Smash that together. The people who are kind of being left out in the dust are probably like
JYP.
JYP, Woolen,
Woolen.
Cube, FNC, those kind of companies, like.
Yeah, I don't know. I do feel like as much as I'm excited about all these expansions, they're results of K-pop flourishing the last couple of years. But I don't know, man.
Well, you
Sometimes
also have
it's a
to think
little
though, JYP is close to SM because of the bubble stuff. So they're sort of in the
Yeah.
realm too, right?
Well,
they're sort
they
of in there.
directly.
Well,
Yeah.
they do the bubble stuff together, but outside of that, they haven't really collaborated much, have they?
But more or less, I think the overarching thing we're trying to say here is K-pop is becoming really connected lately across party lines. It's like, and I think a lot of it started with those social media platforms that came out. So I'm talking Bubble, Weverse, Universe.
yeah.
And you want to be on the right end of that when certain ones rise and certain fall. Because, you know, it's like, real talk, Universe ain't doing too hot from what I can tell. You know. All right, let's keep going. So Twice's Formula of Love. I'm not going to read the rest of it.
O plus T equals love.
Debuted at number 3 on this week's Billboard 200 album chart. This is the group's second top 10 album after Taste of Love, the 10th mini album earlier this year. So they have 2 of them in the top 10 in 2021. Nice. We have 2 things for Cube. Cube and Animoca, I don't know how to pronounce that, but Animoca brands have developed a music metaverse platform using IPs of artists under Cube. The partnership is also aiming to develop an NFT and an ecosystem token.
What? More of this.
So they're saying they got
Interesting.
some metaverse thing, so some kind of virtual reality thing involving the Cube artists is what that
Interesting.
basically says. In terms of more tangible things in reality, on November 16th, it was announced that Sorn has Cube's formally terminated their contract with Sorn. So they are now separated from each other. So Sorn gets to do her own thing.
Wow.
So that means CLC has now lost Elkie and Sorn within the last 6 months. So CLC done so? Probably, if I had to say something.
Still
there.
no official announcement, right? Like, why?
Well, Anita.
Eugen's gone too for 2 years.
Look,
What?
how many groups have disappeared without official disbandment announcements? Let's be honest. Let's be real.
I guess a couple, but I just feel like since some of their members, right, are doing individual things, I thought it would just be like a given, like, hey, it's done. You know, just close
Look,
it.
I feel like if they donezoed, they should tell us. Be politeful to the fans who are clearly still waiting for something to happen.
Yeah.
You know?
Because you have Seungyi, Seungyeon, Yeon, and Eunbin. Because Eugen's in Kepler, and then Elkie and Sorn have left now. That being said, Sorn has a really strong social media presence, so I'm sure she'll be fine. So, and I think she wanted to get out of Cube. Because I remember she released her own music on her own budget at some point this year as well. Next one, more Girls Planet 999 while we're here. So Sooyeon will be officially joining Mystic Stories rookie girl group Billy under the stage name
Ooh.
Shihan.
Interesting. Okay.
And I think that is because there is a girl with a similar name already in Billy.
Ah.
Let me double check this to make sure. Let me look up the member list. So let's see.
But she is in the lineup. Nice.
Shiyun's in the group.
Yeah, there's a
Soohyun is
Shihyun
in the
and there's a
group.
Soohyun, so she's Shihan. So there's a lot of S names in this
Oh,
group.
no. Apparently the proper pronunciation is Shun.
Shun?
Shun.
Is it one character?
Yep, Shun. Just Shun.
Sean. Okay.
Kinda like Shan, but like just Shun. Like you've been shunned. Like the verb.
So they
Shun.
took the shiot from Sooyeon and the un from the second part of her name and they just slammed it together and made Shun.
I guess if you
Shun.
say her name fast enough, like
Sooyeon. Shun.
Shun.
Hey. Hey. Oh yeah, so her name is now Shun. Okay.
Okay.
Next, we have some Lovelyz news. So, former Lovelyz member Miju has officially joined Antenna, while GA has officially joined YGK Plus and will promote as an actress. Antenna, Warren is the one who called this, where she would be joining the same agency as UJ-Suk. It happened.
Makes sense.
Let's go Antenna.
I feel like UJ-Suk has been doing lately is he's corralling people. Like
His
I think
crew.
he sees
Yes.
equity in not owning people. Wait, that's too far. In having friends that he could call on to be on his programs, right?
Yeah.
He's formalizing the U line of variety.
Yeah, his U line has been getting more concrete lately. So you got
Right.
people like Jesse. Haha's been even stronger presence lately because he brought him on to You Kids on the Block, right? That's been some news lately. You got people like Miju has been going really strong. You got what's her name? The other girl from Running Man. Jun So Min
Yeah,
has
Jun
been
So
on
Min.
a lot of things as well. Like he's really formalizing like the more recent U line. And I think this is a result of that.
Yeah, no, I'm excited for Miju's next steps as a variety star. Clearly, Antenna, everyone's favorite variety entertainment label.
And Miju has like a YouTube show going on. Like, you know, she's set up pretty well right now, considering Lovelyz didn't do that well. She's having her peak of her career right now. You know.
Oh yeah.
Well, there you go.
I was being sarcastic. Antenna's a music label.
Yeah, originally, yes.
Yeah.
Well, they're becoming a more notable entertainment label right now.
You
expand.
my favorite variety person.
All right. SM Entertainment has confirmed that EXO's Chen and his wife are currently expecting their second child. Chen announced his marriage to his non-celebrity girlfriend in January of 2020, and then a couple months later in April they had the child. So this is the second child. Chen is in the military, so I guess he enjoyed his break at some point. Like, damn though, like he in like a year, like 2 years time, he got 2 kids and he's still in the military. All right, Chen, I see you, fam.
Family planning, I guess.
Let's go.
Family planning. All right, Anita. Planning. Okay. Finally, Samuel. You remember Samuel?
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So he won his 3-year-long lawsuit against Brave Entertainment, confirming, quote, the non-existence of a valid exclusive contract. So they nullified his contract, though. But Brave, being the agency they are, they have stated that they are going to appeal the decision.
What? Why?
He's been on the shelf for 3 years because of this. And his father passed away at some point in the last 3 years, too. You remember that?
Yeah.
So he's been having a rough time of it, but Brave keeps wanting to argue that he's under their contract.
Now suddenly I don't like Brave Entertainment anymore because I forgot about this whole thing.
It's one of those things, like, let's say I want to get out of my contract really badly, right? And I formally request and you say no, we go to court. Even if you win the contract, am I ever going to want to do anything for you? No. So you're just being spiteful and keeping me under contract because I signed it, right? Is more or less what it is.
Pretty much, yeah.
I get at the same time you sign the contract, but I think on a moral sense, it feels kind of bad because he hasn't been able to work for like 3 years.
Yeah, let the lad go.
Yeah. All right.
Why do you do this?
Announced big comebacks. Bang Young-guk on November 23rd, Chungha the 29th. And then in December, we have Wonho on the 1st, T1419 on the 2nd, Songmino on December 7th. That should be pretty big. And then Kepler has started to tease their debut in December. There is no date yet. I'm still pushing for the Mama debut.
Yes,
of Kepler.
They need to do that collab too.
They really need to do that. I think it'd be great.
That's it.
It would make sense.
I got pinged. Oh, I think I'm getting pinged because of the thing I mentioned to Warren Nita during the break. So news dropped during the break where Luna from FX will be making her Broadway debut in K-Pop the Musical. Now, I don't have full details. I don't know if this is off-Broadway or on-Broadway, but there is going to be a musical called K-Pop the Musical, and it appears that Luna's going to be in it. We don't know if she's going to be the main or not, but she is a part of the cast, is what the reports are saying. And this was from People magazine, so this is a notable source of news in America for entertainment.
K-Pop the Musical. What is K-Pop the Musical going to be about?
I wonder what it's going to be about.
I guess K-Pop.
Is that why I got pinged on Discord? Let me check real quick, because there's something else might have broke while we were waiting here. Where are my pings at?
Twice is releasing another album tomorrow.
What?
BTS is releasing 2 full-length albums the day after. And EXO
we're good.
Okay.
All right.
That was all a lie.
State of the Nation.
How you doing, man?
I went to Chicago, so that's where I went for like 2 to 3 days. Trip. I had some of that Midwest tomato and cheese casserole, also known as Chicago style pizza. You know, I've lived in the New York metro area my entire life. New York pizza is better. Let's just say it. It's definitely better.
Beef. Starting some beef.
I'm not starting beef because it's true. You know, you can't handle the truth. You know, Chicago pizza is pretty good. It is a different thing, though, in my opinion. It has like more of a thick, like a cracker crust. It's thick. It's dense. The cheese is under the sauce. There's like a current TikTok going around about it's under the sauce. The cheese. That being said, I went to Lou Malnati's, which is a pretty big chain in the Chicago area. I don't know if it's across the U.S. The salad is better at Lou Malnati's than the pizza, in my opinion. I'm not saying the pizza's good, right? But the salad, though. If you're ever in Chicago and you go to Lou Malnati's, get the salad, my guy.
So you're telling me you went to a pizza place, but you like the salad better?
Everyone in my family who went all agreed that the salad was better than the pizza.
But it's a pizza place.
But the salad be bussin'. It is so good. We ordered the salad dressing to our house so we can use it during Thanksgiving.
Wow.
That is how good this salad is. Yes.
Dang. Okay.
That's the extent of how good. We all agree this is like a top 5 salad we've had in our lifetimes.
Wow.
God. Okay. I mean, here's the thing. If they sell the dressing separately, then it's really good. Because there's demand for that.
Let's just so this salad, it's like a pretty typical salad. There's no croutons in it, right? It's just like
Good.
mushrooms, some tomatoes.
Wait, why not croutons? Give me my.
I don't know. There were no croutons. There's the dressing,
gross.
and there's a heap ton of bacon. It's essentially a bacon salad, dude.
Bacon.
It's so good. There's so much bacon.
That's
dude.
why it's good.
It's so good. And there's some gorgonzola cheese, but like, it's essentially a bacon salad. If you look up
it's bacon with lettuce.
Yeah, there's so much bacon, dude. It is really good though. Yeah, we enjoyed it thoroughly, and there's some olives in there as well. Pizza was pretty good. We had the Chicago hot dog at some point too. You gotta eat that. The main attraction we saw, which I thought was the best thing, there was a boat tour through the city to show off the architecture. That was probably the coolest thing we did when we were there. It was like an hour-long boat tour. Because there's a river going through the city. There's 3 rivers that meet up, actually. They go through the city and they describe the buildings. And I sent you guys some pictures. They were kind of crazy, right?
Yeah.
So that was the highlight for me. It was fun. We just decided, with no reason. We were like, let's go to Chicago, see it, because we haven't been there in a while. We saw the Bean, took a picture at it. There was no one there when we went.
Did you get Portillo's?
Yeah, we went to Portillo's where we got the hot dog and the Italian beef sandwich, all that stuff. So it was a good time.
It's like 5,000 calories per meal.
Ew, dude, I felt horrendous the entire time. I ate Chicago pizza and hot dogs, dude. Like,
that's how you know it's very good. It's awful for your body.
It was rough, dude. So heavy. All right, so that was pretty much all I did this week. Getting excited for Thanksgiving as well. But we could talk about that after you guys talk about what you've done.
How was your week, Anita?
I have news. Animal Crossing news.
Did you get Daisy?
That's not her name. Her
Damn
name
it.
is Molly, and she is in my island now.
Oh, we got Molly.
I do have Molly. I feel like it was a little anticlimactic because I just decided to go mystery tour on the islands because I had one spot left for my residents, my 10th resident. You can only have 10 villagers in your island. And I had one spot left, and I thought, well, let's just give it a shot. I have some tickets, some Nook Mile tickets, and on my 3rd ticket, 4th or 3rd, she just popped up. And yeah, that was it. I got really lucky, yes, because I only had one spot. If she wasn't there, I was going to have to wait until somebody else moved out. But yeah, she moved in. She has her house now. She has a little violin in her house.
Oh, she plays violin.
She plays violin.
Oh, wow.
She's so cute.
Were you hype, Anita? Did you go, woo?
Yes, I was in disbelief. I was like, what?
Molly?
Yeah, but now I have to renovate the whole island because Molly's there and it needs to be better. It
What do
needs
you
to be better.
You want the island to be better because Molly's there?
No, she needs to accommodate. She needs better accommodations for Molly.
She deserves better. She deserves better. And
Are you Molly's slave?
No, but I don't know. I feel like when you have villagers that you really like, right? I almost feel like I want to make the island look better.
Anita, do you have a crush on Molly?
No, but when you have villagers that you like, you want to make the surroundings also really nice because you want it to fit like the villagers.
Anita's popping some Molly lately, is what she's saying. Yes.
No.
Yes.
Not at all.
Confirmed.
Do you have
Anita
a
is
villager
addicted
named
to Molly.
X anywhere?
No.
So has that been the main thing for you this week? You were excited
Yes,
about Molly?
I'm so excited for Molly.
Fantastic.
Your Animal Crossing waifu Little duck over
Anita,
here.
you need to get something for your birthday still. Come on. We be waiting.
Oh well,
Do you want a Molly body pillow? We'll get you that
What do you
too.
want? You want a Molly
what the
plushie?
heck? No.
No.
I tried the. I didn't know this, but I found out that they have a Nintendo Online free trial. So I have that right now, and I've been trying like the Dream Address. It's going to different islands based on Dream Address
Has it
that
been
people
fun?
post up. Yeah, it's really nice. But surprisingly, what I really like now is the custom codes that you can get from people that create different clothes or hats designs. Because there's some really, really, really nice ones that people come up with. I don't know. I really like that.
Someone back in the day made some SojuTalk stuff.
Yeah, I remember
if I remember
that.
correctly.
Yeah,
A while
some people
back, yeah.
made some custom codes for the show. I thought it was cool. But yeah, very nice. Animal
Awesome.
Crossing.
Cool.
All right, Warren.
Well, normally this would be the point where I talk about my Switch endeavors as well, because Pokemon dropped last week.
Ooh,
it
yeah.
did?
Bagel was playing it. Yeah.
Right, Brilliant Diamond, Shining Pearl. I am of the generation that grew up with playing Diamond. So I was looking forward to it. I think the graphics a little funky. But I haven't played much of it. I haven't been able to play much of it. My family's visiting this week. So I played a little bit of the beginning. And I've pretty much put it on a pause. I'm gonna save it for next week once they go back to Michigan. I have a little streaming card, so I can put it on Discord or Twitch or something. I don't know. That might be fun. I don't remember that much about Diamond to begin with, except the annoying friend you have from the first town who like runs into you everywhere. He's like, "Son, I'm gonna race you. You have 10 million yen if you're there behind me," or something like that. I don't know. So I'm looking forward to that. Even though I'm not a huge fan of the graphics, I am a pretty big Pokemon fan. So that is gonna be pretty fun. So speaking of which, my family's in town this week. It is currently ongoing. I don't have any siblings, personally speaking.
Only child.
So saying my family is essentially just my parents. And they were like, "Oh, we're gonna come to you for Thanksgiving instead of the other way around." So that's what's happening. And they're here, not in my room right now because they're out eating dinner while I ate Chipotle because I need to record. That's how dedicated to this entertainment platform I am. You know, always committed.
If they
to
show up, we'll end real quick. Just saying. If they show up, we'll end real
They
quick.
can come. They can show up.
If the episode ends abruptly in the next like 15-20 minutes, you know why. Just
You know
saying.
why.
Now you know why.
I don't really talk to my parents that much about the podcast, to be honest.
Okay.
We have plenty of other stuff. I don't know. So like my dad's, he's sitting on the couch where I normally sit, and I was like, "Oh yeah." He was browsing through YouTube and he saw some of our episodes, and I was like, "Oh yeah,
Whoa.
are y'all still doing the podcast thing?" And I was like, "Yeah, it's kind of cool. It's kind of nice." And I was like, "Yeah. Oh, you getting some nice views?" Yeah, I was like, "Yeah. Now getting some numbers here and there." He's like, "Oh yeah, you making some money?" I was like, "Yeah, just a little bit here and there." And he's like, "Oh yeah, how much you make?" And I told him the amount that we make, which I'm not gonna disclose here for obvious reasons. And then I had to go and then I had to like explain the concepts of podcasting. Like explain the concept of Patreons and like.
Was he receptive to it all?
He was like, "I don't understand what you're saying at all, but I'm glad you're having a fun time, little lad."
Okay.
And
There-
I was like,
there it
"Okay."
is.
That's
That's
all.
what you
That's
need.
all you need. That's all you need. As long as your parents are happy, you are happy.
Yeah, Koreans don't typically, like many Korean families don't celebrate Thanksgiving in an American fashion, Like there's no turkey or whatever. My family is pretty Americanized, so we do like actual Thanksgiving.
Right.
Last couple years, even this year, is not really like a thing, But we used to have like a big thing. Warren came to it one time. It was ridiculous. The amount
I
of
came
people,
twice and it was lit.
Oh, yeah, it
y'all
is.
have lit Thanksgivings. But I will admit, turkey's good.
Turkey's underrated. I know, overrated. I don't know why
I agree.
Like, here's the thing: if there's Thanksgiving, right? Thanksgiving, and
I'm the non-American defending turkey.
and someone brought out a tray of like chicken wings, Anita, right?
Chicken
or they
wings off
brought
the
out,
way.
or they brought out a tray of steaks. You'd be
Steak.
way more excited, right?
Of course.
Exactly.
Okay, well,
Or they brought out Korean fried chicken instead of turkey.
Even
You'd
better.
be like, "Oh, fantastic! Best holiday ever."
but in the spirit of thanking your friends and family and neighbors.
Wait, you were gonna say why you like turkey? Oh shit.
I think turkeys are okay.
I don't like
honestly.
turkey.
I
I'd rather
think
eat a
it's-
rotisserie chicken, to be honest.
It's
Same,
very
same.
hard to cook the turkey. I mean, unless you have a very, very nice recipe for it, but it tends to have a very distinct flavor and a certain smell to it, where you have
That's
to.
every meat, Anita.
No. But I feel like turkey is especially strong. Like if you
Really?
don't cook it in a specific way, you taste it. I don't know. At least that's the way.
Well, here's the thing.
felt.
That's every meat. That's
I,
every meat.
Warren and I like in Disney when you eat the turkey legs, though. Yo,
Okay, here's the thing. That's not really because of the flavor, though.
it's the experience.
It's the feeling. It's knowing that you're eating a huge slab of meat, like you're from Popeye or One Piece or something.
Yo, here's a pro tip: if you go to Disney and you eat the turkey leg, get like a mustard packet. Turkey plus mustard works for some reason.
Oh. Low-key mustard, honey mustard especially, is one of the best condiments. Period.
I agree with that. These
Low
days.
key.
Yeah.
I don't know if we'll ever do a condiment World Cup, but if we do,
Oh.
I like.
mustard.
I'm a huge fan of spicy deli mustard.
Oh,
I think
shoot, yeah.
that's,
I think
it's
that's what I'm gonna-
it's on like sandwiches and things like that. It's just good.
Yeah, I'm gonna eat that for lunch tomorrow.
Hey, how about in the comment section, you let us know what's your favorite food thing at Thanksgiving? Do you like mashed potatoes?
Yes.
I think stuffing's really good. It's just an opportunity to eat a lot of carbs, you know?
I prefer
Stuffing's pretty
stuffing over
good.
turkey.
I prefer mashed potatoes over anything else. Mashed potatoes and gravy.
Oh yes. mashed
Or maybe
potatoes.
you're the type of person who likes the pies at the end, you know?
pecan pie.
Pecan pie? Pecan pie's
love
good. I like
pecan pie.
pumpkin pie. I like all pies. Yes.
My favorite pie is Life of Pie.
All right. Yeah, so Thanksgiving's a fun time. We all come together. You know, I think this year we're gonna have a lunch here, and then the following day I'm gonna go to my grandparents in Flushing, and we're gonna eat jjajangmyeon. We eat that for
Oh.
lunch. I'm kind of more excited for that than the Thanksgiving meal because the food's better. Let's be real here, you know.
Yeah.
We get some Koreanized Chinese food. Other than that, I mentioned this before the pod started. IVE versus Kepler.
Oh.
What's going on there? Is it really competition?
I don't think it's a hard competition, but I think that when you have kids like Wonyoung and Yujin involved, and you have Kepler debuting, there's going to be obvious comparisons, right? I'm excited for both groups.
Yeah.
Some of the teaser images of Kepler have been a little weird. Like some of the styling decisions
What's the
have been
vibe?
a little. It's Anita, go look in the Kepler channel, scroll up sometime. There's like these weird photos, and I don't know what they were doing. It's like hazy, and they put them in strange dresses, and it's like if you see the photos, a lot of K-pop groups have done this before, and you're like, what are you doing here? And the hair is weird.
It feels like they're like doing Alice in Wonderland.
Yeah, and
Ah.
it's quirky for some reason.
Interesting.
Well, I
Not
hope their
at all
music is
what I
good.
think.
I hope their music is good. That's all I hope for.
I hope both groups do well, because if they both do well, the rookie girl group scene is ridiculous right now. Probably the most
There's a
stacked it's
lot of
ever been.
groups.
We got
Yeah.
we got aespa, we got
Stacy.
ITZY, Stacy, Weekly. If you like groups like Signature, you like Billy, right? We got a lot of groups. What Bugaboo, if you're a fan of them for some
Right.
reason.
What a
And
what
then-
a
and-
year of girl groups.
And then you're gonna get Kepler and IVE. It's gonna be crazy town, right? I think I'm more excited for IVE just because I'm more invested in Wonyoung and Yujin are, like, for them, because I'm a fan of IVE's one. But at the same time, Kepler has kids that I like. I think I'm a Yeso stan at the moment.
What?
Wow.
I don't know what happened.
When
I,
did you become?
I don't know.
You're number one with
I'm
Chaehyun.
normally Chaehyun or Mashiro, but these
Right.
days I've been fanning Yeso. I don't know.
I will be honest. I'm looking at the teaser photo right now. I low-key can't tell who's who. I'll be honest.
Oh yeah, it's Daehyun second from Daehyun is second from the left, and you could barely tell it's her.
Right. That's her.
Yeah, that's Daehyun.
You know what? I can tell Hyuning Bai really well. I can tell Yujin really well. Shan Xiaoting I can tell really well. Is that Chaehyun next to Shan Xiaoting?
I can't look at it right now, but I'm assuming so.
Okay, all right. Well, this is kind of strange, but Why are the flowers so big? That is
Maybe-
the flowers are bigger than their heads.
Well, in Alice in Wonderland, Alice does become very small, in the garden, right? And the flowers start talking.
Is that what happened in Alice in Wonderland? I actually
Yeah.
don't remember much about
Yeah,
Alice in
just like
Wonderland.
the concept thing's a little strange at the moment. but
It's a
we'll-
little funky.
Interesting.
It's a little funky. So
Whoa, you like terribly there. what
Did
you
I?
said. Yeah,
I'm back. Am I very bad today with the internet?
It's like once every 5 minutes for 5 seconds.
Oh, jeez. All right. Well, I am blaming my internet service. We're in the final stretch for 2021 already.
Right.
We have 1 month left, pretty much 1 month and a week, pretty much until the end of the year. We're gonna do the whole end of the year episodes. We're gonna do like a award show. We're gonna do like a wrap up episode. But we're gonna spice things up a little bit this year. We're gonna have some special stuff going on in Discord throughout the entire month of December. So I'm letting y'all know right now because we're doing it from
If
the
you're
first.
not there.
Right. If you're not there, you're missing out. Something stuck in my eye. What is that? Oh my god. Look, December is gonna be great. If you're not in Discord and want to participate, go join right now. Keep it on mute if you don't want to be a part of the conversations, and just want to be a quiet lurker. I know a bunch of you guys lurk. That's me mostly, to be honest. But yeah, that's me plugging our community because that is where we do things and there will be things. Other than that, I think my life is good besides that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we're going to be doing something for the end of the year festivities. So you want to be there before December 1st. So you can be a part of it because Warren's been working behind the scenes to prepare this. He's made some
Yeah.
test channels. They look kind of crazy. I have no clue what's going on. I do look at them once in a while to try to figure out. But it should be kind of cool. Next week, though, tomorrow on Tuesday, we have Big or B-I-G. I don't know how you pronounce that. Bang Yong-guk and Gaho. Wednesday, we have Hwasa. Thursday, Ghost 9. And then on Monday, Stray Kids and Chungha.
Oh.
I'm going to guess it's gonna be Hwasa, Stray Kids, and Chungha next week, though. If I had to guess, it feels like that's what.
Sounds about right.
What about Bang Yong-guk?
From BAP. Shout out to
Remember
BAP.
BAP? Yeah.
Warrior.
Other Mr. Bang.
But this has been SojuTalk, your weekly shot of K-pop. I'm Doug. I'd like to thank Warren and Anita for joining me this week. We'll see you guys next time. Have a happy Thanksgiving, everyone. Bye.
Bye.
Happy Thanksgiving. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Oh, also, Espa's gonna be at the Macy's parade, so you should watch that. Bye.
Oh, yeah, watch the
yeah.
Special shoutouts to our Fiesta patrons: Bagel, Based Nina, Brian, Shadow, Delmonic, Ellie, Genki Boy, Goku Mama, Grace, Jacob, Liam's Games and Toys, Luke, Daniels, Malfiar, and J Parks. Tier. Thank you for joining SojuTalk. And special thanks to our Discord server mods: Jacob, K Music Erday, Koala, Malfiar, Max, No Bias Luna, Tuggles, and Wolf297.